Claire thought the greatest pain of her life was being left standing alone at the altar, but that was only the beginning. A mysterious letter slipped into her hands, pulling her into a web of secrets she never imagined. Each word revealed truths darker than her heartbreak, forcing her to question everything she thought she knew about love and loyalty. And just when she thought she had uncovered it all, the final revelation struck harder than the abandonment itself. The story spirals into a place where betrayal meets destiny, leaving her, and the viewers, breathless. The church was filled with flowers, music, and whispers. Claire stood at the altar in her white dress, her heart beating fast. She waited for Mark, the man who promised to love her forever. Everyone turned to the door, expecting him to walk in. But the door never opened. Claire's smile faded. Minutes passed, then hours. Whispers grew into gasps. Her hands shook. Tears burned her eyes. Mark never came. He left her standing alone in front of everyone she loved. Shame pressed her chest like a heavy stone. That night, she locked herself in her room, her dress crumpled on the floor. Just when she thought life had ended, a small envelope slid under her door. Her name was written in dark ink. The letter said, "He left because of a secret. You are not alone. Meet me at the old bridge tomorrow." Claire couldn't sleep. The words of the letter played again and again in her mind. Who wrote it? What secret? Her mother knocked, begging her to eat, but she didn't answer. She felt like her life was broken glass. The next evening, she walked to the old bridge. The air was cold, and the river below whispered like a warning. She clutched the letter in her hand. Suddenly, footsteps came from the shadows. A man in a dark coat appeared, his face hidden. "Claire," he said softly, "I am the one who wrote the letter." She froze. "Who are you?" He sighed. "I am someone who knows the truth about Mark. He lied to you. He lied to everyone." Claire's heart pounded. The man slipped another paper into her hand. "Read this." "But no, once you do, nothing will ever be the same." Then he disappeared into the night. Back home, Claire lit a candle and opened the paper with trembling hands. Her breath caught. It was a confession written in Mark's handwriting. It said he had another life in a nearby city. He was already married to someone else. He had planned to keep both lives a secret, but when his wife found out about Claire, she threatened to reveal everything. That was why he ran away. Claire's stomach twisted. She dropped the paper, her tears wetting the floor. The man in the shadows had been right, Mark was a liar. But who was that man, and why did he help her? She wanted to scream, but her voice was trapped inside her throat. That night, she dreamt of Mark's face turning into smoke, and the shadow man whispering her name. Days passed, but the questions did not leave. Claire searched for the man who gave her the letter, but no one knew him. At the market, she felt someone watching her. At night, she heard knocks at her window, but when she looked, no one was there. Fear grew inside her, but so did courage. One evening, she found another letter under her pillow. It said, "You deserve truth, not lies. Mark's wife is not your enemy. She is broken, like you. Find her, and you will find yourself." Claire's hands shook as she read. She knew she had to meet this woman. Maybe then she would understand why a stranger cared so much about her pain. Maybe then, she would know the whole truth. Claire found the woman in a small house by the city gate. Her name was Anna, and her eyes carried the same sadness Claire felt in her chest. They looked at each other, and no words were needed. Both had been betrayed by the same man. They sat together, tears falling silently, their pain joining like two rivers meeting. Suddenly, Claire realized something. The stranger's letters were not meant to break her but to free her. She may never know his face, but his words gave her strength. Claire left Anna's house that night with a strange peace in her heart. She was no longer just the girl left at the altar. She was someone who had faced truth and survived it. And as she walked under the moon, she whispered to herself, "I am not alone."